it's Mrs. Bishop, and I'm here with Ava. Here's me. Hi. There's Ava. And today we are going to create this awesome landscape drawing, but we're learning perspective. So it's really simple. We're going to do it step by step. You can either use crayons or markers or even Sharpie markers to do the coloring, but we're going to be using pencils and Mrs. Bishop's favorite, Sharpies to create the drawing before we color it. So the whole thing about perspective and what I want to show you, what we're going to create, we're creating all of these hills, right? But when we stand here in the beginning of our picture, that's the angle we're looking at our picture is this way. We're looking up. What we can see is we see water, we see trees, and as we go further, we see a house. As we go further in and up the hills, the trees are smaller than these trees. You see that? And as we go even further up, the trees are tiny. And the house is tiny. Because things that are close up are large, but things that are far away are smaller. Just like an airplane looks like a tiny dot flying in the sky, but if you were standing next to it, it's as big as your house. So in art, we're creating that illusion on a flat piece of paper by making things bigger on the bottom and smaller all the way on the top. So our eyes are like, whoa, that's far away. So we're gonna learn that today. So can everyone say perspective?
Perspective.
Good job, Ava. Good job, kids. So this is what we're gonna create today. And like with every piece of art, you can be creative and you can take your own spin on what we're doing. So Ava's here with me and we're going to draw together. And when you're using Sharpie, it's always best to put a couple pieces of paper underneath your paper so that you don't get your mom's tables covered in Sharpie dots, like my table's all covered in Sharpie dots. You don't want to do that to your mom's nice kitchen table. So a couple pieces of paper underneath your paper will really make a difference. Ava, are you ready? Mm-hmm. Okay. So here's your pencil. Let's move you this way a little bit. You're still in the video, see? Still in the video. Okay. All right, ready, you guys? So what we're gonna start with is the sun. This is Mrs. Bishop's paper right here where I'm waving. So the sun is gonna be like the size of a dime in the top left corner. And I'm gonna put some rays coming off of it. Just a small little sun in the top left corner. Very good. Now what we're gonna do is create our tallest hills, and the tallest hills are gonna be in the top of your paper. They're all the way in the back. But what I'm going to do is create underneath the sun. I'm gonna put my pencil right here, about 2 inches down. Ava, watch mommy. Okay, everyone, watch Mrs. Bishop. You're gonna go up, and then you're gonna stop right there. And then stop. And then on this side of the paper, you're gonna go up. Ava, watch up. And then you're gonna go down and over. Up, down, and over. Perfect. And now the next one we're going to do is going to go up and down and up and down. So this one's gonna go all the way across our paper. And you can make it all bumpy. And then this one is going to have one that comes off the top here, but stops. And then we have one starting over here on this side, Ava. We go up, we touch that one, and we go underneath it. All the way underneath. Good girl. And now this guy, I'm going to make this guy like really tall and stop right here. And then I'm going to make one line that goes all the way across like this. That's going to be my river, but I want to sneak a hill right here under this one and go down like that. Perfect. I think yours looks great. What do you think? You want a little hill there? Yeah. Cool. Okay. Now, let's add some details to our art page and create perspective. This line that we created on the bottom, I'm going to show you in my original. It's my river. Do you see my river? So what you're going to want to do to create a river illusion is you put your pencil down and you create like a long decorative M, like that. It's like a flattened pretty M, and you're just going to want to add 4 or 5 of those M shapes all throughout the water like that. You just kind of flatten the M and spread it out a little bit. Ava, you're bumping my paper and bending it. See that? So can you scoot back over a little bit? Perfect, right there. Okay, so in our water, we have our bumpy M shapes. Ava's are amazing. Here's our bumpy M shapes. Okay, so now we're gonna start adding trees. But do you remember how the trees are bigger in the front, and then they get medium in the middle, and then they're tiny in the back? So I'm gonna choose an area to have my big trees, and I'm gonna put some big, maybe 3 trees that are really big, right on the bottom of my hills. Ava, you're doing the small ones first? That's fine, do your small ones first, but everyone who's following, follow Mrs. Bishop. So you're gonna do big trees here, and then you're gonna find a medium point over here somewhere. I'll do it right about here. So we'll do some medium trees. And you only want them to go medium size. See that? We made them even smaller. And then all the way on the top of the hill, we're gonna do some tiny trees. Tiny trees on the top of the hill. So what it does is it creates this illusion of big, medium, small. And so our eye is following them and it's getting smaller. Now we're also going to add a big house on one of our hills in the front. A big house on one of our hills in the front. Here's my big house on the front hill. But then on this hill back here, I'm going to add a little itty bitty house. And I don't even have to add a door because it's so far away you can't see the door. You don't have to add the door, but I'll do a chimney. Okay, so that's my window. You can't see it once you use Sharpie. So it's good to just have a tiny house back there. Okay, so that's my tiny little house in the back. Okay, so a big house and a tiny house because our eyes go further away. Now I'm gonna draw some roads on our hills. So I want you to watch how I do it. So my road here coming from my house is gonna curve this way, but it's gonna be a tiny road, just a tiny little road coming from my house over there. And then I want another road that's right here. Oh wait, this is the one that, yeah, a bigger road right here. And you see how I'm getting wider on my road? And then this guy over here, my house, is the biggest road.
Look it, mine goes out of the
My biggest road. You like it?
Mine goes out of the photo.
Good. Wow. Cool. All right, so we added some roads to our houses. We can even add, I'll do this road here.
I want to go over
Excuse me. All right, so we got some roads, we got our houses, we got our trees. All right, and now what we're gonna do is we're gonna add some texture to a few of the hills. And this can be super fun and any way you wanna do it. So I'm going to, remember my picture right here? I have This hill is all lines. It's almost like a farmer's hill, but you can color it whatever colors you want. I chose 3 colors and alternated them. I have a river going along the edge here. I have a polka dot hill here. So this is where you want to pick 2 or 3 of the hills to get creative with. And I think my hill right here is going to be the one that I do with the stripes.
I think this one's gonna be my stripe.
Okay, you do your stripes. Now when we do the stripes, you guys, you want to curve the line. So actually I'm not gonna have a road on this one then. So I'm gonna curve my lines like this when you're doing that hill with all of the different stripes. You wanna curve the lines a little bit. It gives it the illusion that the hills are bending. It just makes it flow better. And then I think this hill is going to be my polka dot hill, but we can add the polka dots later. We do that with a Sharpie. And then I think I have everything I need until the Sharpie. Oh, we want some clouds. Add some puffy clouds that are the size of your sun. And I think we're good. So I'll add my polka dots once we start doing the Sharpie. So now you want to grab a Sharpie and we want to slowly start outlining everything we just did. And so just take your time and outline everything in your Sharpie. And don't worry if you look at Mrs. Bishop right here. I didn't perfectly outline that, and you can see some of the pencil, but that's okay because I can take my eraser after I'm done with the Sharpie outlining and we can just erase the things that we didn't perfectly cover. So we're just going to go around and slowly outline everything we created. Our hills, our roads, our trees, everything.
These trees over here are really tiny.
I know, they're so tiny.
No, I mean, I can really
It'll look like trees still once we get some color in there. So you guys are outlining now all of your roads and taking our time to outline everything. And do you guys remember what this type of art's called? When something gets bigger, the closer it is, and smaller, the furthest away. Ava, do you remember?
No.
Starts with a P. Perspective. Perspective. In art, you can make the perspective really make a picture really pop and look 3D, even though it is 2D. It's so cool. And we're using these techniques called perspective, and it's how an artist really creates wonder on a piece of paper, depth and shadowing and all of that. The location of the sun, and it's really cool. So we're just going to continue to use our Sharpie and outline everything. I really wish I could see you guys doing this, your amazing artworks. What I always love, and I tell you guys in classes, we could be doing the same thing and it comes out 25 different ways. So cool, I love that part. Okay, so Ava's going to keep outlining, but I'm going to show you with my Sharpie what it looks like to do a polka dot field. So I'm not going to polka dot this field because this is going to have a river coming right here, but I'm going to polka dot this field. And I'm just going to polka dot in one of these hills and give it some texture. And you just add the polka dots with your Sharpie like that.
This one?
Ava, that's perfect. I like that one. You did a long one. It's perfect. So there's my polka dot hill. All right. I'm going to start coloring and showing you how I color, and Ava will just catch up. And then we're going to pause the video and show you our finished products. But here, I want to teach you some technique because Ava always asks me, Mom, how did you do that? And I want to show you guys how I do it. So I'm going to use cerulean. That's my color. These are Crayolas. I'm going to use the color cerulean. I think it's really pretty for water. And I'm going to have a river that is tucked right behind here. I'm going to have a river. That's just kind of like right here. Okay? Just kind of goes there. We can even have a bridge, or this could be the bridge actually, huh? Should I just have the water go all the way and this could be the bridge? It's like a bridge that goes over the water. Yeah, let's do that. So here's my river.
I'm gonna do that one for now.
And if this is my bridge, I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do that so it looks like a bridge. Okay. All right, there's my water.
I'm done.
And I'm going to show you the cerulean on this water down here. Now this is really cool. If you outline really hard around the M's, just outline really hard. Are you going to use marker, Eva?
Mm-hmm.
You're going to outline really hard around the M's. I want to show you what happens once, and it doesn't have to be perfect. Look at that one. That's all messy. And then I'm going to outline this water. When I start to add color lightly back and forth, where I put the really dark lines of color around the M, it looks even better. It looks like there's like really dark water there, like the wave or something. Look at how cool it looks, just adding really dark coloring around the M's, pushing hard with my crayon. So there we go. Look at that. My water and my river is colored with a crayon. Ava's using markers. And you want to turn your marker on the side, Ava, where it's broad, and you can have lots of surface room. Now this is where you want to gather all your greens, and I have I have 3 different green colors, and then I have a yellow. Oh, sorry, that's not yellow. I have yellow. So I want to use these 3 green colors. Didn't we have a 4th green color? Did it drop on the ground?
I only have 3 green colors.
I guess not. Is this yellow? We had another green. Did
Nope,
it drop?
no, we only had.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
I'm looking. Because I think it dropped on the ground. Is it?
No.
Because look, I have light green, dark green, and like a yellow green, right? Is that it?
Yeah.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. These are all the greens that I have.
I'm gonna make.
Now I want to choose 3 really wacky colors for this right here. And on this one, I used the pinks. And I think on this one, I'm gonna stick with my pinks. I really liked them. I thought they were fun. So I'm gonna use a light pink.
I think I'm gonna use.
I'm gonna use a dark pink, and then I'm gonna use a purple. So you wanna gather your colors, what you're gonna use. So light pink, dark pink, and purple. I'll start with my fields. And I'm gonna color in the bumps. I'm gonna skip 2, and I'm gonna color, because we're making a pattern. Skip 2 and color. And then I'm gonna skip 2 and color.
I'm
This
only
one.
doing 2 colors.
You're gonna just go alternate back and forth?
Just 2 colors.
Okay. Then I'm gonna use my darker pink to go next to it.
Light blue and dark blue. That's the color.
I'm gonna do light blue and dark blue for yours. That's what I love about art. You never know. We're doing the same type of picture, but it's all gonna be different. You guys
He
are
likes
all,
pinks and I like blue.
you're gonna all have different things come out. Okay, so I'm adding in my textured hill like that, and then I'll add in the purple. And my purple. So now we want to layer our greens, and we want to be strategic about it. and I'll show you my image. I'll put it right here while I'm coloring so you guys can look at it. Okay, I'm gonna finish my purples. And even my own drawing, look at how different it is from this one to this one, Ava. My hills are different. My locations of things are different. So
Your
interesting.
river's different.
My river's different. Okay, Ava has been busy making her picture gorgeous with markers, and I am going to show you how I lay down the different colors for the grasses. I'm going to start with my green trees though. I'm going to color my green trees. Want to make sure that all of your trees are colored. But let me show you how I lay down my grasses. Let me finish the trees really quick. Okay, so you want like I showed you, medium, light, dark greens, and they're all different. So I will start with some medium green right here. And you're just gonna color in the field. It's up to you how you wanna do it, guys. It's your art. I'm gonna do the lighter green. It's like a yellowish, it's called green yellow. I'm gonna do that behind the trees so that the trees really pop and they stand out. So I'm gonna color that behind the trees. Okay, now I want some dark green. Lay that down, maybe this big hill right here behind the house. This tall hill here behind the house can be the darker green. And you see, we're just gonna start layering our green hill by hill. You don't really want the same color green to hit next to the next hill. Like I don't want this to be dark green and then this to be dark green. So I'll do this light or this medium green here and get this all colored in. Okay. What color do you think we should do the roads, Ava? Are you doing brown?
I'm doing black.
You're doing black roads? I think black roads would be awesome. Or since mine's more like rural, I think I'll do brown or gray, maybe gray roads or brown roads.
Maybe do gray, because the other one you did brown.
And be fun to have a different option, huh? And then this guy will be lighter green. I can even mix my greens. We can add some of the lighter green in with the, see this medium green in with the light. Ooh, that's pretty. Creates like a texture.
Ooh, I've never seen you do that. It looks awesome.
Thank you. Very encouraging. Okay. Let me lay out some of this medium green on top. Get some texture in here. And then I think I'll do dark green on the top.
I can't believe I had a head start and you're like winning me.
You're fine. I think you can color faster with crayons. I think that's it. Okay. Get this green down.
I'm gonna change my
And
tree colors.
what color am I doing roads? I'll do them gray, right?
Yeah.
Gray roads.
Because I'm doing them black because I have no gray. I wanted to.
My roads are gray. Now, oh, I didn't do the trunks of my trees.
Yeah,
Want the
don't
trunks
forget
of your
trunks.
trees to be brown. And the
And
last
I'm
thing is the sky. Did you color the sky? Wow, you're faster than me. See, you beat me. So, oh, and I didn't
Oh,
color.
let's sign our names.
I didn't color my houses either. Take your Sharpie and sign your name. And then the last thing is I'm going to do the sky, and we're going to sign our name. So I'm just going to lightly use my blue
B.
to go back and forth. Don't push hard, just let the crayon lightly hit your surface and go back and forth as you do the sky, and then it'll be like a nice blue
Don't forget your sun.
sky. You want to color that for me, please?
Sure.
Will you color the chimney on my house right there too?
Want to do it? I'm gonna do it red.
Red chimneys. Will you color this house while I color that of the sky?
Make it blue inside.
So Ava colored hers using what medium? What's your medium?
What does that mean?
Did we use crayons, paint, markers?
Oh, I need markers.
Yes. So your medium was markers. What was Mom's medium?
Crayons.
Crayons. And
Sharpies.
Yes. Okay. So here's my, ooh, that blue is gorgeous. So here's my field of all the hills and my perspective. It's kind of upside down, I know, for you guys right now. Okay, so here we go, right side up. Ava, oops, you just pushed the whole table up. Okay, here's mine. Here's Ava's. Ava, you made yours from marker.
And Sharpies.
Oh my goodness, I love your sky. Great perspective.
I used this
See
one.
how Ava's trees are big here, medium, smaller, big house, little house, and the hills go up.
Same with Mom.
Big house or big trees, medium trees, little trees, big house, little house. And as I look up, it gets smaller because we're using, what's the P word? What's the P word?
Perspective.
Perspective. Shake my hand. We did good. Oh, I didn't sign mine. Let me sign mine right here. All right. Did you sign yours? Yes, A, B. All right, you guys, I hope you have fun creating perspective using this technique. Send me photos. Can't wait to see them. Bye.